what would make your community better? Something to slow down traffic in your neighborhood? Maybe a crosswalk at a certain intersection? Well, Mark Hensley with AARP North Carolina is with us to talk about how you can get grant money to apply to improve your neighborhood or your community. So yesterday, the first day that the grant applications were open. Tell us about it.
Yes, so that launched yesterday, and it's exciting, Tanya, because it's earlier than past years. We started doing this in 2017, and the money available has doubled to $8 million nationally. The grant process, they have about 8 weeks, closes at 5 p.m. on March the 4th.
Okay, so you got to get your idea together. You got to get the whole application together. Let's talk about what types of projects someone could get done with these grants, like what's been done in our area in the past.
So, Tanya, in the triad, we've been beneficiaries of grant funds from the City of Greensboro to Creative Aging Network, the Village of Clemens, just to name a few. And the goals around these grants have been things that you mentioned: pedestrian safety, walkability, also bikeability, transportation improvements, and also disaster preparedness.
Okay, so really a wide range, and if your community or your neighborhood, you think that you need something, you probably need to get hooked up with folks who actually can apply for you, right? Because like a neighborhood can't apply.
Correct. It has to be a municipality or it has to be a qualified nonprofit. Now, some other groups, some businesses might be considered on a case by case basis. These are relatively small grants, $25,000 or less, but I want you to think about a quick turnaround project with a big impact with limited dollars.
Okay, so let's just talk about that. So the cost projects, they're $25 or less, but you can get a whole lot done with that kind of money.
Right. Here in Greensboro, the city of Greensboro did a pedestrian crossway walk to make it safer for pedestrians to walk to retail shops, and that was under $25,000. Big impact for a neighborhood and for retail.
All right, so they doubled the amount of money, right? AARP did for this year. So like you said, I think you said $8 million?
Yes, and we're hoping to fund around 750 quick action projects that will need to be completed by the end of 2026.
Okay, so if folks want to kind of nose around and see what they need to do, they should go on AARP, the website, and take a look at that?
Yes, so the key term are challenge grants. If you just Google that, the application process is online. It's very simple. And remember, just because it's from AARP, it's not about older adults. It's about improving the community for all ages as we age in our community.
Yeah, I love this because AARP really takes a stand on this, but you're really big on it's about the mom who's pushing the kid in the stroller. It's also about the person who's using a walker. It's all that whole range.
Absolutely, absolutely. And here in the Triad, we have lots of beautiful parks, lots of walkability, but there are areas of improvement that can be made with this inflection of a small amount of funding that does not require a match. And it's quick turnaround with limited reporting. And we've seen since 2017, we've seen over $45 million be invested by AARP in our country's communities.
All right, and when you say quick turnaround, meaning like that project probably gets done within a year's time.
Actually, by December the 31st, but AARP is 2026, but AARP also allows for extensions due to things like weather and permits and things like that that can slow it down. So we do give extensions on that time frame, but the goal is by the end of 2026.
And really, when you say quick turnaround, I guess what you really meant, and maybe I should have said this, is that it's a quick turnaround to get that money so you can start doing your thing. It's not like you have to wait for a year or 2 years to get that grant money.
Absolutely. So the close on these grants, 5 p.m. on March the 4th. We usually make announcements sometime in early May so we can get those projects up and going and funded.
All right, we're going to hear what those projects are going to be in May. I'm excited about that. Thank you, Mark. You know what, folks, if you're interested in applying for one of these grants that he's talking about, we have all the information. You're going to see this interview in the Two Wants to Know section of our website. And of course, he said you can just Google AARP Community Challenge and it'll be there for you.